Microphone on. Maybe that's why. Is that that looks a little better, I guess. I don't know. That's actually horrendous. There it goes.
So I just have to not let the parchment paper touch the air fryer.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so is that a waffle I see? Unless that's just a random person and not a that's the waffle. Live to see another day. Yes. Excuse the squished quality of the screen. Hopefully it doesn't look that bad if I go out. Cuz it looks horrible from where I'm at. It looked a little wonk. And it was really funny. But let's see. Yay! Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it great to hear me? After years of silence and violence. I think my mom's coming home soon. That's okay. Why does the fan keep turning away from me? I think it's rejecting me. Very sad. Stop. Stop. You will get incinerated, bro. No Strion for you. No steroids for you. No steroids. You get no steroids, bro. Alright, you can see my wonderful tablet setup and my wonderful junk. Yay! As long as you can hear me. I wonder why, because like I have my volume on my computer for my voice like really loud, but I guess the games are just way louder, but they're lower than me. Like the video part is lower. I guess it wasn't enough. Okay. Here's Strion dead at request of someone's request. Where like it was like I owed dead Strion and also a dead Jax. Yes, the drawings love to procreate. They procreate so well. Alright, let's see. You know what? I could just do it like this, but it's gonna start lagging on me. Eventually. The dragon. Do I want to know what that was? No. There's a... Okay. There's this thing. There's this thing. This, yeah, Jax isn't Jaxing anymore, bro. There's this thing. The red guy's one of my friend's characters, the blue one's mine. This was a storyboard idea thingy for an animation I'm probably not gonna work on for years. It keeps holding your messages for reviews. What? Okay, shut up. Actually, I think I could show you this. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so there's like multiple panels in here if I remember correctly. So there's like these are OCs, bro. Okay, these need to merge down though. Okay, so it starts here. Because there's already a bit of animation that I did, just very little. She's like, oh, scary, it's coming, it's walking. This is like objectified, by the way. This is like objectified OCs. And then she's like, oh, I have to breathe. And then she's like, okay, I gotta make it to the door. I'm making it to the door. Uh-oh, the egg, the assimilated egg found me. And then she's like, oh, shoot. No. And then the assimilated, candy is coming after me too. You know those like candies, like the what I forget what it was called, but it was like those ball chocolates that were in like that one pack, but they used to be 4 different, but then they all like merged together into one thing. Read to me like I'm a visual learner. Yes. And then she's like, oh, shoot! And then it follows her, and then she's running. Also, I have no storyboard experience at this time, and I still don't. I just did this for fun, really. But, she's like, she bounces to one shelf, and then she bounces to the next shelf, and then she stops, and she's look at the other thing. The golden foil wrapper. Nah, like, it's like that one in the plastic thing. The ones that you, like, the really cheap and stupid ones. And it has, like, it's like this, like, random brand, and the chocolate tastes weirdly waxy, and it's, like, weird, but that's what that is. And then, she's kind of fat, so she makes the shelf wobble, so she kind of, like, hops off. She lands, and then she's like, oh, shoot! Oh, no! They're coming! And then she's like, oh, no! And then she tries to run, but she hits the fridges. Oh, no! It's okay. It just imagine ball chocolates that are stuck together, that are kind of low-key colorful. And then she's like, owie, that kind of hurt. And then she's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no, the egg is coming. And then she's like, oh no, I'm gonna die. Offer some dry crunchies. And then the thing gets punched. Just bear with me here, okay? She's like, oh, I'm not dead yet. And then there's this dude. That's her friend. And then he lights them on fire because he's aware of the fire not being very good with them, you know? It's not very good for them. Punches. He's got like thingies really wrapped around his arms like crazy, so he shouldn't assimilate, hopefully. And then she's like, what? You're here? And then he's like, hey. And then he punches the thing again. And then he does this swing around punch. He like goes woo, and then he like punches the shit out of it, and then the thing is like eh, and then it goes into the fire with the egg. Wow. And then Zuka's like, whoa, and he's like, huh? And then there's like wasty wastes. I don't know if you remember, but like that's the place in Objectified where they have like radioactive. Okay, but like, you know, they don't want to touch the radioactive, so they gotta find ways to avoid touching the nasty. So they have ways of, you know, protecting themselves from touching it and getting icky. And it kind of works with the assimilated too, like Loki. And then he's like, why didn't you tell me and the others that you were gonna leave? And then she's like, well, the beacons? No! I'm gonna beat you. You and me are the only carnivores in the hideout, and we're running low on dry crunchies. So I thought, since you and Gabriel already went hunting a lot, why not do it too? So Zach told me, and then he's like, Zach? And Zach was the one who was like, I didn't know where she went. And she's like, oh yeah? And she's like, that dumbass told us he didn't know where you went. Really? And she's like, I'm gonna kill him. And she's like, no, it's fine. It was stupid of me to listen to him anyway. Just a little fresh air. And she's like, thanks for saving me. And he's like, no problem. And then they're like talking and like, alright, let's get out of here. Also, I did find a bag of dry crunchies. Did you? Yeah. It's at the entrance. And then there's a creature watching them. It's a partially assimilated ice cream who's like really happy to see creatures being happy before they're fully assimilated, because they're not. They're slowly being assimilated. And I like to think like colder objects, especially at the time, take a little longer to assimilate. Because like the cold. Stop! But yeah, that's that. That's whatever that is. Pee pee poo poo. I was supposed to be showing you steroids. We're gonna look at steroids. I love how stretched out it looks on the stream. It looks so awful. Let's see. There should be some strion around here. They're usually hiding. I draw them on paper more. Or like I do things with them differently in different mediums rather than on here. Let's see, there's struck. I don't want to click on some of the canvases because for some reason whenever I click on a canvas it sends me all the way to the top and it makes me very mad. There's the steroids drawing that's on my computer. I don't know if this is the original or if it's just really edited. Yeah, it's just edited on here because I wanted to do like picture editing. It's kind of rushed, but I like it. I guess it's better than the other one, the old one, kind of sorta, because at least you can low-key tell what's going on. Because in the other one, they look like they're just sitting somewhere and they can't really tell. There's the Strion, but it's Undertale. Biflank steroids drawing. Wow. Steroids bisexual representation. Actually, Eon, he is bi, and Struck is like pan. So, low-key correct, low-key. But, this is Undertale, so this Struck is Toriel, and then Eon's like Sans or something, just cause, you know. Cause the Soriel, I couldn't make them Asgore and Toriel, cause then they wouldn't be together. But it just made sense to make him Toriel and make him Sans. And then I also noticed that the picture that I stole the designs from had the Wings of Fire book in it, and I puzzled together the title, and it was the second book. Two sides of the same coin. Yeah, pretty much. Duh, of course. I always gotta be Sans, bro. Let's see. There's some steroids. There's a lot of randoms. A lot of randoms, bro. A lot of randoms. There's Carrion. I love Carrion. Waffle, we should totally do an art trade again sometime. Whenever you want, though. And if you want to. How dare you do a flip? You're not allowed to do that in the chat. Mods, ban Pringles _ animates lol. Right now. Thanks, bro. Low-key poo, but thanks. Low-key poo. Good. There's maybe art trade. Maybe. I think I passed up some stream, but you know, it's okay. I'm just exposing my entire gallery anyway. No, we are not banning Mike Hawk Hater. Because I'm the owner of the server. You can't ban the owner of the server. I mean the channel. We can look at the comic. It's very, very No, we're not going all the way to the bottom, bro. And then Dust dies. Oh no. Failure! Your return was unforeseen. Needless to say, I'm disappointed. I know. I figured that much already, so I've decided. Respectfully, I no longer want to be of your service. And who gave you the permission? Ah! No, I thought, have you forgotten? You were mine, and you will remain so. Understand? Over and over again. At this point, what even am I? Who even am I? Who am I? Who am I? And then he like starts freaking out. And then he's like, vessel. Like, lock in. I hate how stretched it looks on stream. I think the only way I can fix that is by like changing the aspect ratio, like the original, and then just like sticking it in the middle, but then all you see is like all this purple. And I mean, purple's fine, but I mean like the obscuring of the screen, so you have to like over and over. See, I guess that's better. So, but the thing is, it's just the purple. Yeah, it is okay. But yeah, that's the comic. We can go to the bottom since you want to so badly. Are you satisfied with your decision? Purple guy. There's like, yeah, there's stuff. There's my Just Shapes and Beats OCs. Ooh, shoot. I need to write that. Yes, it's a comic, but we're not looking at it because it's ugly. Yeah, I know you are satisfied. You must be so satisfied with your decision. So proud of yourself, are you? There's the mellow angst, or whatever it is. I thought it was so edgy that she gets tortured for thousands and thousands of years. Wow! Wow! And then there's a lot of these ugly drawings. I redrew a lot of stuff, but you know, there's Among Us. So like a little bit of Among Us. I turned one of my Dragon O season 2 Among Us, and she was like a murderer. I don't know, but I think I should have had more, because it's either angst or utter cringe. Like, what is that? What am I looking at? So ugly. This is what I was talking about when my characters only had like 3 colors max. He used to just be this purple thing, bro. Yes, the Among Us. He used to just be purple. And like he had like a couple colors that were slightly different. I guess this isn't too bad compared to a lot of my other designs that I had back then. But trigger warning, lick cringe. Alright, you can shoot me now for that. Like, that was horrible. Holy purple popsicle. That's a new Hexy comparison. I'm keeping that in the Hexy name book. There's you can see how poorly I drew bodies. How I struggled very, very, very much with drawing bodies. It was just a lump of fur with legs and arms. I just couldn't figure it out. Couldn't ever. It was always a struggle for me to figure out how to draw bodies. Oh yes, there's also Vanny. There is Vanny. Where is she at? There she is. Vanny. I used to be so proud of this. And then I realized my shading was absolute butt shit. Stop! Killing you, bro. This is something I redrew like a couple months ago. Oh, thank goodness I redrew it, because ew. Ew. Yeah, It's okay. I could probably. Okay. This is. Pore create bugs and it makes me very mad. I don't want to press on anything. There's like okay, so there's there's a steroid drawing, but it's an old one. This is when they didn't have a set solid design, so I kind of just colored whatever, you know. Better pricky. They look so. They look so. I redrew this, by the way. Let me go find the better version. Not gonna lie, it still looks like ass, but it's definitely better. Where are you? Where are you? I found it. There it is. This is the one from like 2024, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that was the better one. We're gonna ignore that. We're not gonna look at it because I forgot it was there. Let's see. There's. Whoa! Holy, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Trust me, it's not that bad. Trust me. It's not that bad. Trust me, it's not that bad. There's Mossy. Mossy. There's Mossy. Moss. Mossy. 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 She's designed after she's designed after the moss creep from Hollow Knight. That is her inspiration design. There's Lyra, there's Eon. That's the Eon rush sheet. I love this rush sheet, but I need to redo it, or at least add on to it. This Strux rush sheet. Love it, still need to add on to it too. Mussy. It's okay. It's okay. There's a... Oh yeah, this is when I was preparing for art fight. Huh. Thanks. I was grinding random roughs for characters because I had the urge to because of art fight, and somehow managed to like pump out 5 roughs within a singular week, if not a couple days. This is Bean the alpaca. She's not, if I remember correctly, she's not a spring tune, but she wished to be one. And she's friends with a lot of the Spring Tune cast, and the flowers she has are from Bassie. That's what I remember, at least. Forced to have feet, forced to have high heels. Bean. Yes, Bean. But yeah, she's an alpaca or something. She looks more like something else. She looks like a sheep, rather, but it's okay. Bean the alpaca. She also has this is her twisted. The flowers. She isn't introverted enough to be springy. Wow, the stream has 2 likes. That's the most likes I've had on a stream in a while. Wow. Isn't introverted enough to be springy. The flowers, they freaked out and they're like, you know. And her gimmick was like she would slowly grab you. She doesn't grab you fast like Goob. And like you could escape by like spamming a button. Similar to how like it's what it's with Squirm. That was technically like her gimmick, basically. Ever so slowly, she'd drag you closer, and you have, but if you're too close to her, then it's bad. But if you're far away, you have more of a chance of escape. But yeah, that's her. That's her. That's her. Twisted. Super awesome. Super fish. I don't know how to stop it from doing that, but whatever. It's fine. It's not too far down. But yeah, that was a lot of these in this general area are art fight drawings. I did a majority of them in like one sitting, cause like I had like a ton of stuff to do. Cause the week that the week that art fight starts was the week that I had a break. Technically, I had a week, an entire week about. I don't remember well, but it was a week. But then the week after, it had to start band. So I like did as much as I could within that week, and then was like burnt out by the end because I had to do band anyway, and I was gonna be too tired to do anything. So, because the band practices were over like at max 8 hours, so I just grinded and did like 20 something drawings, if not more. It was really fun, and I think I'll do better this coming year, given how poorly I butchered a lot of people's characters. Genuinely so poo. Like some stuff, like I'm not used to doing intricate designs, so like some of the characters that had more detail to them, I was like, eh. You wouldn't. Your anemic ass would never, bro. Never. But yeah, that summer ended in turmoil and suffering. But it's really awesome. This is me trying to figure out perspective for some reason. Honestly, might start drawing like building stuff in Minecraft, and then like drawing the backgrounds, or drawing them as backgrounds for fun. Oh, somebody's calling my brother. I may have to go mute for a bit, but it's okay because I'm probably just gonna end up drawing soon. Febreze, fa la 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 la. Oh yeah, this thing. This was fun. A lot of fun torturing myself trying to render this. It took a little while. Let's watch the speed paint. Cameron! Somebody was calling your phone. Was it Mom? But I used to be. New quote. Stop. No new quote. Make it a new quote. I end you. I end you and you're never coming back. He's like a creature who is not normal anymore or something, and he's like, wah, 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 wah. I'm poor, sad, and abused. And he used to be a normal guy, but now he's not a normal guy. He's this guy who's got super screwed up. So it's honestly his bad, because he kind of got himself in the predicament, so it's his fault. And honestly, I don't know why I gave him this much hair. He should be bald right now because of how bad he got burned. Because this is like the reason why he was like this is the result. Well, partly the result of acid. you know, acid doesn't exactly spare your hair, but maybe it's like he lost it and then it grew back gray. That's probably like that. He's an unnormal. He's not like other guys. Yeah, this took almost 2 hours. But yeah. I think I'm too sleepy to draw, so I'm gonna still draw because I can. There's like this is a drawing I did for an art trade. Stefa, and helping one of my friends design his amazing Jodo Circus OC. Kitty, I think this is supposed to be Ashen. I was trying to redesign a couple guys. Also my friend's OC. Mizuka, Tree, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, what? That thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Steroids comic. We can look at the steroids comic. Never mind, maybe not. Maybe yes. Okay, so there's... It's really bad, because I did it when I was half asleep, but it's like, come at me, Eo. Show me what you got. And then he's like, it was so scary. And then he's like, boom, and then he hits him in the face. And then he's like preparing his fire. And then Struck's like, ow. Hey, I didn't say you beat me over the head. And then Eon fire breathes. Wow. And then Struck's like, what the freak, bro? It's like, the fuck was that? And then he's like, huh? This? Star Wars? No. This is based on some like stupid story I was making where they were like creatures who were selected to go on this like space exploration trip to something or whatever, and then they like end up crash landing somewhere, or like they end up like separated from everyone else and they let them survive or something. I don't remember. I really don't remember. It's been a while since I actually looked at it. But he fires him again, and then Struck's okay because he's like, wait, it's snow fire, the fire that is not hot. It just looks hot. Oh no. Anyway, yeah, they're perfectly fine. There's steroids for this is for the animation. I drew it in here and then animated it on 2 Square. Ignore this. This is Texeri. This is Harkin. This is what's her name? Zoid. This is Aoi and Harkin. Whitefire. Yes, Eon's fire is white. This is, I forgot her name. What is it? Idomiza. This is Harkin. This is friend OC and my OC. Aoi and Harkin are dating. Their thing. Misupka. Friend OC again. This is for an introduction thing I did somewhere on TikTok. Among Us. This thing. This other comic. This was like the ideas. They're walking and then they go in the water and then this is supposed to be a redraw of a comic. Oh, this is when I discovered that Pinterest had, not Pinterest, Abyss Paint had like the frame dividers to make comics, and I was like, whoa, I've been drawing them this entire time, I really didn't have to. Oh, golly. Oh, you can feast. Oh, this wonderful thing. Downloading the brush. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it just wonderful? There's Wagyu again. Frame dividers. Is this, I think this is going a little further back when I started using this a little more, because I was stuck on using Procreate so much, and then I like suddenly started liking using Abyss Paint more, so I've been switching. I mean, have you seen him? He's a little bit of a freak already, so I guess it wouldn't make much of a difference if he was actually a Wagyu centipede. Human Wagyu centipede. This is like going back about 3 years now. 3 years content. But yeah. Somalia, 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 Somalia. Somalia, Somalia, Somalia. Okay. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna doodle or something. That's nicer on the eyes. I'm going to pull up. Yes, that was bald struck at the bottom. Okay, bro. That is bald struck at the bottom. He used to be bald. Actually, let me go find the bald drawing of him, because there's a couple bald drawings of him in here somewhere. When he was bald. He used to be plain bald. Like, he used to be a circle. He used to be a straight up circle. Like, there's no defining features about him besides the straight up circle and his lack of a neck or something, or his lack of, like, connecting arms, because his arms used to be separate back then. Like, they used to not be attached to his body, but now they are. Because I drew him, like, he was based on a drawing I did for an Inktober, so I always remember his birthday. Unfortunately. Literally, that's why I was like, man, I just have glorified stick figure OCs that are, like, really mutilated. Here, there's one bald struck. I'm sure you can see him over there. Looking at the whatever that is. That's a bald struck right there. There's another one here. This is around the time that I did start giving characters hair, though, because I realized that their singular circle heads with ears weren't cutting it anymore. So, like, I started giving them tufts and, like, hair. But then it started looking funny to me because I started giving them a side bang, but if I tried to turn them to the side, it was hard to draw because it was like, how do I draw that like that now? Where is it? There's a Eon. Come on, come on, come on. Where's the other strucks? There's another struck right there. Another struck. I know, he's like the most colorful guy. There's that struck right there. It's so sad looking at how bald he used to be, bro. I wonder where the one where he's swimming with the fish is. I don't remember where that one is. Let me see. He's like in the water. And his nips are out. Because he's ugly. Like, where is it? It's gotta be here somewhere. Not that one. Man, how long ago was it?
I left Beza.
Well, I don't know. He had like, I don't know, his arms were not attached to his body, bro. And he looked ugly as heck. It was genuinely so sad. It was so sad. This is like 2024, 2025. And then once we go a little higher, we start hitting 2025, 2026. This is all like 2025-ish, 2026. 2026. This is definitely 2026 right here. Well, 2025 and 2026. But yeah. Super awesome, super cool, super fishy, super cool, super fishy. Super fishy. Nope. I could not. He used to. I actually could just draw. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't just draw him. Like how he used to look. So he used to be like. This was his head. And I used to draw him with a big eyeball and then a big eyeball. I'm sure I have his comic somewhere. And he'd have like this neck. And then he'd have like this. And low-key, I kind of like was onto something, but at the same time I wasn't. But he had like just the legs. And then imagine this, but like way more disproportionate. Even though it's already pretty disproportionate right now. That's how bad he used to look. He just had like these for arms, and these were his arms. But they weren't attached to his body, like part of it. It was just like floating off his body. And then he had like this really ugly tail. And he had like the stuff at the end of it. It was like this or something. I don't remember. He just looked really ugly. That's crazy. He was like that. And then he used to be the top, right? And then Eon looked like this. He was still a circle head, but he had these things on his face. And he had a big eyeball. He was like this. And I love drawing the eyeballs like this. And he had like the hashtag. But he didn't have a neck. He had like a, if I remember, he had like this thing around his neck. And it had like a clock. And then he had like this and this. He was built funny. But he was like, he used to be a twink. But he's not a twink anymore. And he used to have the same exact thing. Like, I changed a lot about them because they look too similar to each other. And also he had the Just Shapes and Beats arms. He did not have normal arms. He was just a guy. A guy existing. And he had like a clock on his tail. I think I kind of like his old design still, but like low-key. Twinkie time. And then he had like these horns, and he used to have, like later on I did end up giving him hair like that, and he had like these tiny little wings that he apparently could fly with. Back to the Future Twinkle Dust. Yep. Oh wait, I almost forgot. He had pants. Unlike Struck, he was more dignified than Struck back then. And he had pants, and he wore like these bandage pants that he made himself because he didn't like walking around with his nothing out, you know? You know, don't you hate it when you walk out with your nothing out? But yeah, and he used to be evil as hell. And he used to be like, Struck, you shouldn't do that. Oh wait, I forgot another thing. His mouth was just this, and when it opened, it was like scary or something. It was like a razor in there, like a blender in there, you know? Yes, Eon was one of my few characters that actually wore clothes besides like Mallow or whatever, Brownie. Because I I hated drawing clothes so much, but I reserved them for my favorites, and Eon was one of my favorites. I actually crushed on him for like a month. Oh my golly, no. Doomed Yowie. Stop. This was also this was Mallow's design for the longest. This was like my main character Sona, whatever. She just used to look like this all the time. This was Mallow. This was Mallow. She had her tail that was like either this or it was like a spiky thing, but I usually drew the tail like this. Yes, I used to crush on old Eon, bro, when he looked like he was in his mid-30s, bro. Really furry Mallow mention. Yeah, something like that. I couldn't draw snouts like ever, so I never did, and I just stuck to drawing them like circles. Let me also show you Mallow's mom's design. Let's see how much different she was to her daughter. This is what Mallow's mom looked like. This is what her mom looked like, bro. Yes, the balding Eon. And then I changed him from balding to not balding. This is her mom. She had like a coat or something, I don't remember. But that was her mom. They look so alike, don't they? But you know, the times have changed. Eon's now low-key edgy. I don't want to go an edgy route with him because he's not particularly edgy. He just looks like this. This is just his normal expression. He was born with a very mean mug, and it scared his dad into thinking that he was his dad possessed his son and was like, okay, I think Eon's evil, bro, and he's gonna send him away and kill him. Didn't work out though. And then there's Struck. Are you sure you can't see the resemblance? It's like right there, bro. And then he's like, Struck's got the whole shebang of hair. And then yeah, there's the Eon and the Struck now. They've changed very much. You know, I feel like redrawing something. Let's go. If I don't find anything satisfactory here, I could just find it over there. There's corn dog. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, nothing here piques my interest. We're going back to Poo Create. I'm gonna scroll to somewhere. Hopefully something catches my eye. One big happy family. Yep. Alright, let's see. I could redesign someone, but I don't feel like drawing a bunch of rough sheeple. Good. There's these guys. There's that guy. Oh, there's this guy. I think I might want to redraw this, because I think I was working on redrawing this, but I never finished it. What is this design? It's so ugly. What was I thinking? No. Alright. We're switching to Beloved Ibis Pain. And I'm gonna play music. Let me know if you can't hear me, by the way. Because I don't know what's going on with the audio on here. I'm gonna play music, though. Debating on debating on. Wait, no. This is not where I want it to be. I want it to be. Where? Oh, it's right there. How dare. You know what? The stream might get copyrighted though. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Yeah, we just listen to Deltarune because nothing goes wrong with Deltarune. Oh, that's scared the crap out of me, bro. Meow, meow, meow. And then put me at like 700, 900. How's that? I forgot I could just use the reference window. Yay! Hopefully I'm not busting out your eardrums because I put myself at 900. What was the thought process? First I'm gonna doodle bro and see what I can do with this design. Because I'm keeping his singular eye. And I'm keeping his weird physique. Give him big old fat ears. Okay, maybe I want them floppy. I'm not sure if I want to leave him bald or give him a specific shaped head. Oh, good. Wonderful.
No spam.
I'm streaming for like 3 hours. I'm streaming. What? I also haven't tried it because I was locked in today. It's cool, don't worry. My name is David. My name is David. It's a scam? Kelly. Yeah, just give him rounder teeth.
I don't want air
Maybe. It tastes no good. No good. I'm sorry. Oh, golly. I should keep those. To what? Ah. Okay, I'll do what I can. Me win Undertale and Delta soundtrack. Oh, it's time for the. What? Update to what? Why? What is the meaning of this?
Matt, why? The shampoo smells like. Yeah. My tablet hasn't changed from 11% for the past who knows. beautiful tail, but the first thing we draw is the back of his head. Fuzzy, fuzzy, cute, cute. Wow. Ominous sound effect.